On September 11th, 2001, CBS News live coverage at 9 o'clock had a little interference on the screen. It went from this view, a close-up of the towers, instantly to this view, a faraway view of both towers. And as you can see, there's lots of interference. But wait, this is a YouTube video of an event that was shown almost 10 years ago at this point. Can we really be sure that this is live interference, and can we make any sense out of it? Because as you can see, even these two views of the same YouTube video were taken on different screenshots because YouTube had changed their look from the earlier view that most of this is taken from. But there was two different colors, and we can't really tell what difference that is. But then all of a sudden, there's a different view, and there's a black line in the middle, and it looks like the top of the World Trade Center towers with smoke on the bottom, and the bottom of the towers above the black line. But what's that black line? Oh, it's a little clearer now. It's not random at all. There's clearly a black line going from the left of the screen almost exactly to the right, and then above it there's a black line on the left side of the screen going about a third of the way, and then there's a break, and then that black line goes all the way almost to the right, but not quite as far. This looks like an official sign of a camera, and we can see it even clearer on the next view. That is clearly identifiable. This is interference. The only question is, what's the camera? Was this being used in 2001, and was it being used by CBS News? It should be an easy question to answer, but it's an interesting picture. It's green on the top, it's blue on the bottom, and then as you move along, I captured that screen several different times, and so it wasn't an accident that it was there, although it was only there for a split second. And then it goes to, and because this happened so quickly, I can't tell the order, but there was a scene that was blue, and then it got darker blue, and then it got darker blue, and then there was a red one. As the colors change, I can't be sure of the order of the different changes, but it seems clear they each had a single hue to them, and they each went from different hues, one to the other. And then as we move along, we get a little yellow, and again I can't tell the order that they show up in. There's a little purple if you like that, blue, dark, and then it gets really raggedy. It's going all sorts of different ways, and then almost miraculously and thankfully it goes all black. In the black, and they stay in the black, and they change a little, and then we get out of that black scene and we see a white line right about the same space as we saw that other line, and we can almost see the faint outline of the upper line with the break in the middle, and then the bold black in the middle of that line as it goes off to the right. And it looks like the Twin Towers below that white line, and it might be smoke going off to the right above that white line. And we capture different versions of that over time. We could capture the same scene, and it looks like the towers are on the top again, doesn't it? And we can capture that scene over time. Then all of a sudden, the entire top of the screen goes away above the line, except for a faint, all orange or green or yellow, and we even have that little line there that's light green, but there's no smoke. That's what's missing. And then the smoke comes back, but up in the upper right hand corner in a rectangle, it's much lighter, and that rectangle stays there, and the colors change, and again I can't tell what the order of these are, but that little rectangle did survive for quite a while, and then it looks like all of the smoke, and it gets really raggedy for a while, and then it goes black, and then we get the little white line again, and you can tell that it's a different time because of the numbers down at the bottom counting at least the seconds. And then we have a raggedy view, and it looks like some impressionist painting at this point, where we could barely find the outlines of the towers, and it goes away, and then we go back to the scene that we saw 5 seconds ago. That scene stays on for 20 seconds, and then it goes back to the original scene where we had all that interference, but now it looks just fine, even 10 years later. In the middle of all that interference, 2 straight black lines sure straightened out the picture for everybody.